specifically. The best way to make money in the world today certainly has to be something online. I think that making money online gives you absolute freedom of your own geography. It gives you access to the largest possible customer base. And there's 18 different modern wealth creation methods that we teach inside of the real world that will allow people to make money online. So that's going to be a nice, easy plug to go there.
Andrew Tate, a name synonymous with power and controversy in the online world, has carved a unique path beyond the kickboxing ring. While his social media presence has been a lightning rod for debate, Tate has also emerged as a vocal advocate for building wealth and establishing a strong online brand. Tate emphasizes the importance of leveraging online platforms to cultivate a strong brand identity. This could involve utilizing social media strategically, though his own experiences highlight the potential pitfalls, to connect with a global audience and establish yourself as an authority in your chosen niche. This strategy might encompass creating engaging content that resonates with your target demographic, fostering a loyal community around your brand, and potentially employing paid advertising for targeted reach. Financial security, according to Tate, hinges on diversifying income sources. He reportedly explores various online business models, emphasizing the benefits of not putting all your eggs in one basket. These models could involve leveraging online platforms to create, sell, or promote various products and services. This allows entrepreneurs to tap into established markets, build recurring income streams, and potentially scale their businesses. This approach offers flexibility and the potential for high profit margins, but requires effort in building a strong online presence and developing valuable skills or expertise.
Right now, what is the best way to make money for people watching? What do you think? What is the best way to do it?
The best way to make money in the world today certainly has to be something online. I think that making money online gives you absolute freedom of your own geography. It gives you access to the largest possible customer base. And there's 18 different modern wealth creation methods that we teach inside of the real world that will allow people to make money online. So that's going to be a nice, easy plug to go there. But it's interesting. It's an attention economy, and truthfully, without saying too much, you either need to be prepared to get a whole bunch of attention on you, like we're all doing here, or you need to be close to somebody who's doing that. And that's where a lot of the money is flowing out of.
Tate reportedly emphasizes the importance of building long-term wealth through strategic investments. This could involve exploring traditional assets like real estate, which offer the potential for a steady income stream through rental properties or appreciation in value over time. However, he might also advocate for venturing into riskier but potentially high-reward options like cryptocurrency. Regardless of the chosen investment avenue, Tate stresses the importance of conducting thorough research and understanding the inherent risks involved before committing any capital.
Say off the top of my head, you want to try a makeup brand. You're a woman, you want to try a makeup brand. So a woman will sit there. I've had people come to me and go, Andrew, I want to start a makeup brand. Okay. I need 200 grand. Why? I need to get makeup, and I need to get labels. I need to get packaging, and I'm going to get it all shipped in, and then I'm going to sell some, blah, blah. That is the wrong way to look at a business. Here's how you start a makeup brand. I say, make a fucking website, get some images of makeup, do your advertising or your marketing or whatever you were going to do, put it on the internet without any makeup in stock, and see if you can sell. Because if you start to sell, now you have money. Now you can email each customer and say, sorry for the delay. There's a shipping delay. We're going to give you a free lip gloss. And now you got money coming in. You can start to source some makeup. If you don't sell anything, then the idea would have never worked in the first place. And you haven't wasted 200 grand on boxes of makeup.
Yeah.
Like, you can start everything.
Beyond online brand building, Tate reportedly emphasizes developing marketable skills that translate well to the online world. This could involve areas like digital marketing, content creation, or building an online presence for a particular service. He might also advocate for leveraging online platforms to find freelance work or create digital products for sale. Interestingly, Tate reportedly suggests that surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals can be beneficial financially. He might advise associating with people who share your entrepreneurial spirit and prioritize financial goals. This clique, as he might describe it, could become a supportive network for sharing ideas, collaborating on projects, and holding each other accountable for achieving financial objectives. However, it's important to note that such advice can be subjective, and building strong relationships goes beyond shared financial goals. Overall, Tate appears to advocate for a combination of online brand building, skill development, and surrounding yourself with a supportive network to achieve financial success.
So Andrew, you're a multimillionaire.
Yeah.
You also have crypto.
Yep.
You also invest in different investments.
Yeah.
So for someone that's a young person coming up,
Yeah.
what is the best piece of advice you can give to them to be successful?
Right. So if someone were to say to me from absolute ground zero, how to get rich? All right. That's a good question. So I would say do two things. The first thing I would say you should do is develop a phone addiction. And you should develop a phone addiction, but you should refuse to consume content and only create content.
Genius.
So it doesn't, I will say right here, right now, I have a genuine phone addiction.
Me too.
9-10 hours a day screen time.
Me too.
I live on my phone. I'm on my phone. That's where the money is. That's where the pussy is.
Facts.
So where else am I going to be? Right? I'm on my phone. You see me. I'm always just on my phone, right? I have a phone addiction, but I'm not consuming a bunch of crap, right? I'm producing on my Twitter account. I'm constantly tweeting. Doesn't matter if it's just tweets. Doesn't matter if it's TikToks. Doesn't matter if it's YouTube videos. Produce.
Yep.
If you spend all those waking hours producing, eventually people will pay attention to you.
Yes.
And we live in an attention economy.
Yep.
This is the economy we now live in. It's no longer about competence like it used to be. It's not even so much, it's about attention and it's about network. It's those two things. It's who you know and it's how many people pay attention to you. So if you develop a phone addiction and you refuse to consume and you only create, you'll start to attract attention sooner or later. And when you can do that, there's usually lots of different ways to monetize it. So if someone came to me and said, I have nothing, no skills, no money, nothing, and I had to get rich, I'd say that's what you should do. You should get a phone and develop a phone addiction and you should start to create. Look at you guys. 6 months ago, you started to create something.
Yeah.
Now here we are. Bang. You have to create things in the world we live in. You have to create things. When you create things, you'll get attention and you can always find a way to monetize attention. Jake Paul has monetized attention.
Yes.
That's all he's done. He hasn't made his money being the best boxer. He's monetized attention. You have to find a way for people to pay attention to you.
From Vine to Instagram to YouTube.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And no, that's fantastic. Bro.
Yeah, that's
I never thought about that. Yeah.
And networking is very powerful because once again, you might know one thing, but your buddy over here, he's smart at investing. He's smart at,
Yep.
like for example, I feel like most guys are very ego driven
Yep.
and they think they know everything.
Yep.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You're good at one thing. Let's say you're good at marketing. Your buddy's good at, finance. You put that together, you got a team now, and that makes you grow.
Yeah, and let's talk about network quickly because I run a network on CobraTake.com. There's the War Room, which is a network of mine. So networking is extremely important for a couple of reasons. If you were in a room with ice cream experts and all they talked about was ice cream, how to make it, how to store it, how to move it, the different flavors, the size of the cartons it's in, how much it costs to produce. If all they talked about was ice cream and you were in that room, sooner or later, when someone comes to you to ask you something about ice cream, you're going to know the answer.
Yeah.
But you're going to accidentally know some shit about ice cream. If you're in a room of people who only talk about money, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you need to be around people who are about it. And the problem is with the people out here, everyone has a dream, but not many people have a plan. A dream and a plan are different things. When you say to guys, do you want to be rich? Yeah, I want to be rich. How will you get rich? One day when a ship comes in. So you could have a dream with no plan. When's the last time something fantastic has ever happened on accident? When's the last time you've seen a big jacked dude and you say, hey man, how'd you get so jacked? And he goes, dunno, oops. Dunno. It just happened. No, he planned it. He went to the gym, he ate a certain way, he planned his meals, he had to make it happen. It's exactly the same with getting rich. You need a plan to get rich, right? Everyone out there has a dream, but very few people have a plan. Yep. If you're surrounded by people who have a plan to get rich and you provide value to them in some way, because they're not going to drag you up if you ain't doing nothing, because that's what friendship is. Friendship is value exchange.
Yeah.
If you provide value to them, sooner or later you're going to begin to make money. Let me tell you something. When I was broke, and like I said, I have a bunch of money now. I was broke. This is not like I was broke, but from like a middle-class family. I was broke, single mother, public government housing, no car. I had to run to the gym, broke. When I was flat broke, the only of my friends I'd sit around and talk to were my friends who would talk about money. The guys who would sit and talk about video games or sit around and talk about football, I wouldn't hang around with them. I only used to sit and talk to my friends talk about money. None of us had any money, right? But if we walked into a coffee shop and we bought coffee, We would then sit there over our coffee and analyze, how did this coffee shop make us give them our money? Because that's what's happened. We've given our money to this coffee shop. Why? Did we really want coffee? Where is it located? Is it a convenient location? Is it because of the brand of the coffee? Is it because the waitress is cute? Why are we in this particular coffee shop? Why didn't we go to that one? Why are we in this one? If we were to open up a coffee shop next door, how could we outcompete this one? What's the rent for this place? What's the margin on a cup of coffee? Everyone in here's a man. If you notice, everyone in here's a man in a business suit. Why is the person serving not a hot girl? Why is it a guy? Do they sell sandwiches? Do they sell cake? Like, start to actually think. Think about the money. And then if you do that every single time you spend money on anything, you're going to end up realizing there's tons of gaps. There's gaps in the market everywhere. You'll start to sit there and go, you know what? I could open up a coffee shop right next door to this fucking coffee shop. Change this, this, and this, and murder this place. But people don't think about it. People just give their money away all day, and it never even crosses their mind about how they were convinced to give their money away.
Yeah.
You know? Because if you want to get rich, you're not the Federal Reserve. You can't create money from the sky.
Andrew Tate emphasizes the power of networking. He believes surrounding yourself with successful individuals can be a significant advantage. This network can provide access to valuable information and opportunities that might otherwise be unavailable. He might suggest that you are only as big as the people you surround yourself with, and that strategic connections can be crucial for success. In addition to networking, Tate advocates for consistent content creation. He might describe a phone addiction for creating as a necessary mindset for online success. By constantly producing engaging content, you can attract attention and build an audience. This audience can then be monetized through various means, such as advertising, selling products, or offering services.
I don't ever sit and concern myself with, am I spending too much? If I thought I was spending too much, I would simply find a way to make more money. And a lot of people talk about efficiency as well. I've had people talk about working smart, not hard. That is true. But I believe that you need to fill your day with all of the hard work first. I think that working smart is a matter of being more efficient with all the time you should spend working. If you sit there and go, I want to work smart, not hard, so I work an hour a day, well, then you're still lazy. You should work smart and hard and do 15 smart hours a day. That's how you win. So, and there's always endless work to do. The other thing I will say to people is you can always find work. I've had a lot of people say, well, there's no work to do. Yes, there is. You can find work to do. This podcast, by the time it's completed, you could make individual TikToks and put them on TikTok.
And
with a slightly different edit for the next 10 years if you wanted to.
100% all the accounts.
There's endless work to do. You have to find the work. And even if each TikTok gets one view, one at a time, people hear about the podcast. There's no such thing as no work to do. Yeah. So you have to wake up and find the work to do and do it and just say, you know what, this is all I'm going to do. And a lot of it as well, if I'm giving advice to people, comes from constructing a life around you. Because people say, well, I don't want to work all the time. I have no social life. My social life's work. My best friends and me run our companies. We have the most fun in the office working. That's our fun, right? And my woman's there and she's making us coffee. My relationships work. It's all work. Like, it's all done. So I don't have to separate things and
In Tate's view, achieving financial freedom is the ultimate weapon in breaking free from the matrix. Financial independence offers the liberation to pursue passions, challenge societal norms, and design a life on your own terms. Unrestricted by the confines of a traditional job, individuals can explore new ventures, take calculated risks, and ultimately live a life aligned with their own values. Financial freedom becomes the key that unlocks self-determination and empowers you to break free from a system that might limit your potential. To achieve such financial freedom, you need to establish a rigorous routine and commit to it consistently. Andrew Tate emphasizes that the focus should be on making money, not on enjoying the process. He argues that if your primary goal is to pursue your passions, you may not be ready to make serious money. According to Tate, making money isn't about following your mood or seeking pleasure. It's about dedication and discipline. Tate believes that success in generating wealth requires a mindset shift. You must detach your financial pursuits from your personal enjoyment. This means doing what is necessary, even if it's not fun or exciting. He asserts that money doesn't care about your feelings or preferences, so you shouldn't let your mood dictate your actions when it comes to making money.
If you are saving less than 10 grand a month and you're just saving, your chance of being rich is fucking zero. You need to go and do something else and make more. Invest in yourself, get knowledge, pay attention to mentors, start another business, open something. You need to do something because you're not going to save your way to the top. The average person at home, you're not earning enough to ever save. If you were to save 100% of your wage, you're still going to be broke. You have to get to a level of earning. And it's that spirit you need to have when it comes to money. And it truly is the abundance mindset is true. If you're a normal person with a normal wage or a normal income and you're focusing on investments, you're making a big mistake because there's no way you can invest 500 pounds. It's going to grow into. Maybe you could pull off a lottery win shitcoin pump or something. But in general, with anything normal outside of this clown world garbage, which has vanished because the real world's back, because the last 2 years have been clown world. Now the real world's back and it's hard to make money again. There's nothing you can put 500 pounds in without doing any work and it's just going to blow up and make you a millionaire. Right? So if you don't have significant money to invest, you shouldn't be focusing on investments. You should be focusing on how to make more money. Let's say you're a normal person, you're working a normal job, you're making $4 grand a month and you pay all your bills and you're left with $1 grand a month. And then in your spare time, you're worried about how to spend that or how to invest that grand a month. Right. I think that's a waste of time. You should be far more worried about spending your time trying to make more money. Yeah, because 100%. A grand a month, it's not enough money.
So you could invest that grand in yourself.
Absolutely, invest in knowledge or something like that. But investing in a coin, like I said, unless it's a lottery win. And before I go on to answer the question, I do want to make something clear. I think the last 2 years have been a fantastic period of wealth creation. The money printers were on full and it was full clown world and it was bullshit. And a lot of people made money during the clown world and spent it all, and they now think they're going to continue to make money in clown world.
Yeah, that's not happening.
No, the real world is back. The brokies and the wagies, you're all going back to McDonald's. If you bought poo dick coin and made 200 grand, and you think you're going to be able to continue to do that for the rest of your life, you're a dumbass. That was a once in a lifetime generational gap where you could pull something off, and now it's back to the hard times. Even all the big tech companies, and the tech companies make money from the sky for free with pixels. They're cutting staff. If they're cutting staff, then it's really hard. It's going to get very difficult to make money now. So a lot of the dumb shit is over. In terms of how to make money in the world today, it's hard. I think that the world is changing into an economy which is to a degree based on attention. I think you need to find a way to get attention to you and who you are, your product or your service, and find a way to monetize it. So the easiest way to do that is to have some knowledge. Even the podcast you guys run is an extremely efficient podcast. If you compare it to some of the other YouTube channels, like the big ones, like where they do these crazy stunts and stuff. Yeah. For you to get views, you talk. Yeah. For them to get views, they have to build a set and build it. It's not efficient, right? You need to find an efficient way to get attention, and then you have to prove yourself credible in your field and attract customers. And I think the best way to do that is online, and it doesn't matter what it is. And I think if you do those things and you work very hard and you try your best and you're never lazy, you will make some money. That's what I believe. If you establish credibility and you gain attention, you'll make money. So I'll give you another example. I had a friend who was a personal trainer. He used to go to the gym every day and he used to train people. He didn't make that much money. People would miss appointments. It was like £50 an hour. He'd get there, get back. I said, listen, brother, you used to, he didn't have time, look fantastic. How about you spend the next 6 months getting absolutely killer shape? Then put up a bunch of pictures on Instagram of you in killer shape, and then put together your workout plans and tell people they'll look like you even though they never will. And sell that for $7 or 10 pounds or 15 pounds and sell it by your Instagram. And he went from making $2.5 grand a month or $2 grand a month as a personal trainer to 15 grand a month without ever going in the gym. He only went to the gym for himself because he was selling information. So, and that's what a lot of people are doing now, but now it's getting more and more competitive. So you have to establish credibility and get attention in a way which is becoming more difficult. Like in the fitness industry, it can be done purely on how you look. You can get some credibility and attention. But especially in the business world now, you have to be very knowledgeable. You have to be because that's the way things go when they get competitive, which is fine. But this all goes back and ties into what we were saying earlier on. If you're not trying your best and working hard and paying attention, then you're going to get wrecked. Another thing I will say to people at home, and I've said this before, every single time I ever spend money, I pay attention to why I spend money. And that gives you a lot of information and a lot of knowledge when it comes to sales and marketing. If I go and I buy some clothes, I am conscious about why did I choose this store instead of that store or that store? Is it the branding? Do I know them? Am I familiar with them? Is it because there was no line? Is it because they had a brighter sign? What was it? Oh, there's a line there. There's no line here. So in my physical businesses, which I have in Romania, I have this thing with the staff. I said there can never be a line. Faster. I don't want, but it's just 3 people. No, there are people walking past who won't walk in because there's a line, because that's what I do. No line, but you don't want to look empty. No. So you're no line until the last customer. Now you talk shit. So there's one person. Yes. Like you have to manage these things. Most people don't micromanage this stuff. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. No. You have to pay attention to seeing people who are doing things and if they work and how they work. And you're completely and utterly correct. And you should do that all the time. Every time you spend money, you should work out how they convinced you to spend money.
By adhering to a structured routine and maintaining a laser focus on financial goals, you can build the discipline needed to achieve financial independence. This approach involves prioritizing tasks that contribute to income generation and being willing to make sacrifices along the way. In essence, Tate's philosophy is about understanding that the path to wealth is paved with hard work and determination, rather than following whims or seeking immediate gratification.
Made my millions of dollars. The first time I ever became a millionaire was with Webcam Studio.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is how I first ever made money. I mean, I was a kickboxing world champion, but kickboxing's not boxing, right?
Yeah.
So I'd make like $100,000 a fight. You fight 2 or 3 times a year. You pay 20% to your manager. You pay taxes, but you're not rich.
So you get like 30 to 40% of the money.
Yeah, and I didn't consider myself rich. Like 30, 40 grand chunks, twice a year, maybe 3 times a year. Living in London, London rents, need a car. You're trying, like you're not rich in any way. And that's actually the reason I retired, because I woke up one day and I thought, I'm giving 6 hours a day of absolute focus and energy to this. And I believe I'm smart enough that if I put that much tenacity into something else, I can be a multimillionaire. I truly believe that.
You ask, how can people make money? Well, let's go deeper down the rabbit hole. Let's imagine every barista who watches this now tries my idea. The winner is going to be one, the person who makes the most beautiful coffee, the person who makes the most beautiful videos, the person who works the longest, who tries the hardest, who makes the most videos, who makes his $9 Secrets of Coffee book that he sells on Amazon the best book, who gives the most value in his masterclass, who gets the best coffee beans for his coffee brand. And then it comes down to hard work. People say work smart, not hard. Disagree. Work smart and hard, because lots of people are working smart. If you have 5 people working smart and the one who works hardest, he's going to win. I work smart and hard.
Work hard on the right thing.
Absolutely. So there's no avoiding the hard work. This idea that you can work smart and not hard, I don't buy that. I believe you're going to have to work hard, but you have to work on the right thing and work smart first. If you don't work smart, you're not on the starting line. So working smart puts you on the starting line. Then you got to work hard to win the race.
Because there's a lot of broke people working really hard, isn't it?
Absolutely, but they're not working smart. You need both. So then, for all the baristas who have watched this, who've decided to take that idea, which I've given you for free, you're welcome. The one of you that works hardest is going to be the one that makes the money. And then perhaps if you make a bunch of money, you can join the war room and then you can come and speak to one of us in person. And I'll say, how did you get rich? And say, I watched your interview with Rob Moore and I stopped working at Starbucks and da-da-da-da. I'll say, you're welcome, you owe me a car. Ferrari, please. 33 keys, I believe, to making money. The word of the day. First one's perspicacity. Most people go through life and they do not pay attention. I've said this before and I want to stick by it because it's so important. You need to pay attention to every single time you spend money, because you cannot make money. You're not the Federal Reserve, you're not a government. Governments make money. All of us take money from somebody else or a business or a government. We take money from other things. So the easiest way to learn how to get good at taking money is to pay attention to every time someone takes money from you. So next time you buy a coffee, don't just buy the coffee and drink it and think nothing of it like every brokey. Don't do that. Say, okay, why am I buying this coffee? Okay, I want a coffee. All right. Why am I buying here? Well, this is on my way to work. Is there any competition around? Do I also want breakfast? Do they sell breakfast? No, they don't sell breakfast. They could probably make some more money if they're selling breakfast. Anyway, I walk in, there's a long line. Why is there one member of staff? I'm low on time. I'm about to leave and not buy the coffee. They're about to lose money because it's taking too long. Most of the people in this line are businessmen. Why is there not a cute girl behind the counter? I bet if they paid a cute girl a little bit more, they'd still make a bunch more money because people come in here to talk to her. Think. And then what you'll do is, as you go through life, every time you spend money, is you'll realize the problem is not how to make money. The problem is how much time you have, because there's endless business ideas. There's endless ideas. I walk into a coffee shop, and by the time I've walked out, I already know exactly how to open up next door and outcompete them head to toe. I already have worked out how much is the rent, where are they fucking up, what are they not selling that they should be selling, what are they doing good, what are they doing bad, this chair's too hard, I'll wreck them. And I'll send it, and now my network is so powerful, which is the second point, network, I can send a few messages on WhatsApp and make a bank transfer. And 2 months later, there's a brand new coffee shop next door with my name on it, putting them out of business. So the first thing is you have to pay attention. Because if you pay attention, you'll start to learn that money is everywhere. Every building is owned. These are skyscrapers, bro. Billions. Every apartment nowadays is a million. Million. You drive down a street in London, you're driving past trillions of dollars. There's money everywhere. It's all around us. When I was broke, I thought that the world was broke. I thought that there was no money. And then I got rich and realized that I was completely and utterly wrong. There's so much money. It's everywhere. If I go to try and buy a plane or a jet, they're always sold out. My yacht is a fucking 6-year waiting list. I want a Bugatti, they launch it, the email comes to my email address, 2 minutes later, gone. There's so much money. If I want a diamond watch, or a $1 million watch, or $1 million Rolex, you can't get this stuff. There is so much money out there. Once you get to a certain echelon, you realize there's money fucking everywhere. So there's plenty of money in the world. People with no money are just not very good at taking it. So you need to start paying attention. It's the first thing. Second thing is network.
It's hard to make money if you don't know anybody who has money. If you sit in a room full of ice cream experts and all they talk about is ice cream, how to make ice cream, the different flavors, how to store it, how to move it, how to sell it, even by accident, if you hang around with these people long enough, when someone asks you a question about ice cream, guess what you're gonna know the answer. You're gonna say, you know what? That's because it's pistachio, and that needs to be 2 degrees higher than chocolate. And you're gonna look like a smart ass. So if you sit in a room full of people who are making a bunch of money, everyone understands this. Your network is your net worth. You're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Everybody understands this. And then they still hang around with fucking losers because they're dummies.
What is the best way to make money for people watching? What do you think? What is the best way to do it?
Okay, so the days of easy money are gone. I want to even in the last 2 or 3 years, it was easy money mode. Every idiot you knew was making money. Every clown had made money on a pump. You know, a number of people who thought they were expert crypto traders in the last 3 years. It's so funny. I'm a great crypto trader. Everything went up. It all went up. What do you mean you're a great trader? You could have bought anything. You bought poo dick coin and made money. Of course you're a trader. Like that, all that shit's over, right? So all the easy money's gone. It's all cyclical. So all the amateurs are going to start suffering because now we're entering the realm of the professional, and making money is going to be harder than it's ever been. Yeah. All the free money's disappearing. You have to become very, very confident and competent. And that's one of the things about the last few years. Anyone who made money in those years, a lot of them didn't learn any lessons. A lot of them didn't learn how to make money. They just got lucky and just picked up a pump or caught some garbage, but they didn't actually learn anything specifically. The best way to make money in the world today certainly has to be something online. I think that making money online gives you absolute freedom of your own geography. It gives you access to the largest possible customer base. And there's 18 different modern wealth creation methods that we teach inside of the real world that will allow people to make money online. So that's going to be a nice, easy plug to go there. But it's interesting. It's an attention economy. And truthfully, without saying too much, you either need to be prepared to get a whole bunch of attention on you like we're all doing here, or you need to be close to somebody who's doing that. And that's where a lot of the money is flowing nowadays.
Now, look, I'm a person that believes in people do change. Before I continue this topic, would you say you made a lot of mistakes?
No.
You used to have a webcam business. A lot of people, let's say, would say that's wrong. Number one, just generally morally wrong.
Yeah.
A lot of people might say, well, you are scamming people.
I sit here and I do not think I've made any mistakes. Every single action I've taken has led me here, and I'm very happy with where I am. So I've not made any mistakes. As for scamming people, I think the industry as a whole is a scam.
Yeah.
But I was not scamming people any more than anyone else involved in that industry. I personally think the industry is a scam. However, a lot of the men who are involved and send money to girls on webcams don't think it's a scam. They like it and they enjoy it and they think it's totally worth it. So I think it's a scam, but they don't. So it's their prerogative.
But let's say like your son wanted to do this business one day. Would you say, son, it's great, go for it, or would you rather he does something?
Yeah, as in, it wasn't a mistake, it was part of your journey, I get it, but would you kind of advise like,
that's already the past.
I needed to do it to get here, but like, as in like, if you don't need to do it, don't do it.
Well, it won't exist much longer anyway, but to stay inside the parameters of the question.
Yeah.
If my son were to come along and say, I found a job that I'm going to take exceptionally serious, it involves opening a webcam studio, but it's going to allow me to bring the entire family out of poverty and we're going to make millions of dollars and I'm going to take it seriously and work very hard at it, I'll say, good, congratulations, do it. We can talk about the specifics of the webcam industry for hours, but I don't think it's beneficial. But we can. But to sit and pretend that industry is somehow worse than the pharmaceutical industry, forcing people to have poison injections that they don't want, or the arms dealing industry, or the industry of war, destroying people who are walking through a field for no reason. Most industries are actually far more heinous than a man and a woman laughing together on a webcam. It's really not a big deal.
But like, there's so many options of businesses out there.
Yeah, well, you say that. You say there's so many options of businesses out there, but this was 10 or 11 years ago, and 10 or 11 years ago, even making money on the internet didn't exist like it does today. Yeah. Podcasting didn't exist. Yeah. YouTube didn't exist. Like, it was just MySpace and brand new Facebook. And I don't think that many people would sit and find a way to make a lot of money with a very profitable business and go, oh no, let me throw this away and just find another one. That's not how the world works.
Now, okay, right now, if I gave Andrew Tate...
Tate emphasizes the importance of self-discovery and forging your own path. This involves critically evaluating your own values and aspirations, then taking action to create a life that aligns with them. While financial independence plays a significant role in Tate's philosophy, it's presented as a tool for achieving self-determination, not the sole solution. He argues that traditional jobs with their fixed schedules and limited income potential can trap individuals in a cycle of mediocrity. Instead, Tate advocates for exploring entrepreneurship or building multiple income streams. This financial freedom empowers individuals to pursue their goals and live life on their own terms, free from the constraints imposed by societal structures. That's all for today's video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious and stay tuned.